G'day guys and welcome back. As you can see, this isn't a Falcon, this is a R33. Seems to be sort of a common thing these days is that Falcon YouTubers are getting Skylines. And you might be thinking, oh, I've just jumped on the bandwagon. Not true. I bought this car 2019 from my mate. He bought the car for the transmission because he has a VL turbo and which obviously has an RB30 and this has an RB25. It's been RB25 swapped, so it had the same transmission, or well, a transmission that can be used with the RB30. So I bought the car off him and was my plan to just do it up, but unfortunately it just sat at my mate's place for a couple of years until I moved here, and I've finally been able to get it up. Yeah, I've just had a bit of knee surgery done, had a fractured tibia, so it'll be my project while I've been recovering. Still got another week or so before I go back to work, so it's been slowly chipping away at it, doing a few things here and there. As you can see, I've got a majority of the car taped off. Just need to finish doing the glass with some newspaper and wheels and that sort of thing, and I've just been starting the primer on it and just doing a little bit of rust repair stuff as well. So it's a GTST Series 2, the M type, which basically all of the R33 GTSTs are, as I mentioned before, with the RB25 swap in it as well. It's got quite a few factory options, whoever bought it included. There's a few spots of rust here, so I've just bogged them. It's got the factory sunroof, obviously got the turbo brakes on it. It was originally a RB20, but like I said, that got swapped out thankfully because RB20 is shit. Just ripped me tape, but that's okay. As you can see, the inside's a bit of a mess, but it's cleanable, and it's not really that it's not really that bad of a condition. It's got the wood grain dash, which is nice, and yeah, the back seats are actually pretty nice. They just need a good clean, really, just like the rest of the car does. It's just been sitting at my mate's farm. He was driving it a bit before I finally put it on a truck and got it sent here. I've got plenty of cleaning stuff to bring up all the interior pieces and that sort of thing back to sort of new. I mean, like, even the bolstering of the seats is pretty nice. And look, they're, got a bit of dirt and shit from trees and that sort of thing, and the floor's a little bit rough. But, a good vacuum and a good use of the wet vac as well, and I think this will come up really nice. The body doesn't have the chassis doesn't have any rust or anything in it. Engine bay doesn't have any rust in it. None of the sills or anything have any rust in it. It's just that little bit that I've shown you in the body, which isn't too bad. It's only got 144,000 Ks on it. I don't know how many Ks the engine's got on it. But apart from that, it's really not in too bad of a condition. And especially for the price that I paid for it. Sort of back before all the Skyline sort of thing really kicked off. So yeah, it's a pretty good find, really. And I can't remember all the factory options it's got, just because it's got a few, but yeah, no, it's not in bad condition. Now, unfortunately, when my mate was driving it, the bonnet did pop up, decided it didn't want to be latched down anymore, and smashed the windscreen. That's the original glass from Nissan. Hopefully you can see that there. Yeah, it's the original Nissan glass. So I dare say it hasn't been replaced, and it stuffed the bonnet as well, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Now, I've been doing a little bit in the engine bay, just tidying things up and that sort of thing. I'm going to get some new intercooler piping for it, just because it's snapped there, and it's obviously been rubbing there, and just clean it up a little bit. But it's not bad. My mate did say that the engine ran fine. there doesn't seem to be any major leaks that I can see. I can't really get under the car at the moment to have a good look. Hopefully in the next few weeks to a month, I'll be a bit more mobile and be able to like jack it up and take the wheels off and have a proper look at it and do an oil change and that sort of thing and whatnot. But I'm going to just replace the radiator hoses and that sort of thing, do the intercooler piping and yeah, just clean it up a little bit in here. The ignition coils seem to be brand new, so that's a good thing. They're yellow jackets, which have sort of had a bit of a mixed rep on the internet. So I've read some people think they're pretty good, other people think they can't really handle heat very good and they fail. But spark plugs seem to be pretty good, and at least they seem to be new, so that's something. I'll be able to clean up these cam covers and just make them look a little bit nicer, and just clean it up and do like the throttle body, just clean the throttle body and yeah, like I said, oil change and yeah, no, it should be pretty good. Yeah, just clean up the engine bay a little bit with wiring and that sort of thing. Obviously clean all that wiring, speaker wiring in the interior, rip all that out because it's pretty useless. Clean up this airbox, probably just get a cold air intake. And I've ordered the clear cam cover for the front and also a coil cover, a metal one, which looks pretty cool as well. So it'll just replace the factory plastic one, make it a little bit nicer. So yeah, obviously missing front bar, but massive big intercooler on the front. Wheels aren't too bad. Tyres are all flat at the moment, but it doesn't matter because it can't be driven anyway. I just got the tarp over it just because the seals around the sunroof just a bit cracked, but I don't think it's leaking or anything, but just to be on the safe side, that's all. But yeah, it's all been sanded back to what I think is bare metal. It was silver when it was new, so yeah, but it doesn't look like it's changed any colours or anything like that, so it's always nice. But yeah, apart from that, I think it's got some Bilstein suspension in it, which looks to be in pretty good condition. Can't really tell, but from just like pushing down on the car and trying to move it around, it's very stiff and firm, so it feels good. So there's that. But yeah, basically my plan is just going to clean it up and yeah, just sell it on. I'm not going to get it driving or anything like that, but I'll get it at least running and looking a bit cleaner than what it does currently. And yeah, just have it all fixed up and yeah, sell it on because I don't really have the room for it here, unfortunately. Yeah, otherwise I would keep the car and yeah, fully restore it, but yeah, unfortunately just can't happen at the moment. But that does mean that at least I can tip it all into this and finish this at least, so there is that. But yeah, I've wanted a Skyline for years. I've always loved them and thought they were a really awesome car, just with the amazing engineering that Japan was doing. So sorry about that, guys, just got a package. But yeah, so as I was saying, just yeah, I've always loved these cars. It's always been my dream car to own a Skyline, and now finally owning one, it makes me just not want to get rid of it, just because of yeah, just wanting one for so long. But yeah, look, unfortunately just not in the position to keep it, so it's just got to go. But eventually I'll own another one and probably yeah, do the same sort of thing, just do it up and make it how I want it. But yeah, like I was saying, at least then all that money can go into the Falcon and can get that finished. So yeah, it's always a win. But yeah, look, if you're in the market for a Skyline that is going to be looked after well and is going to be you know, semi-restored and a pretty good clean example. I mean, there is not a dent on any of the panels. The panels are all straight. I've looked up the car done like a rego. Oh well, it doesn't have rego, but like a VIN check, and it's a clear title. It's not been written off. It's not stolen, not financed, nothing like that. So at least I know that the car is 100%. And yeah, I've got a battery to go in it. So once I can sort out that fire hazard of a wiring mess in there, I'll be able to chuck the battery in and just start it and see how it runs, if it needs anything else. But from all the counts, it runs fine and drives fine. So yeah, should be okay. So yeah, if you're in the market for a Skyline, hit me up. Might be able to do a deal or something. But yeah, apart from that, it's yeah, pretty nice car, and it's keeping me busy while I can't work. So it's another bonus. So anyway, guys, I thought I'd just give you a quick update of what was going on. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and yeah, I'll catch you soon for another one featuring the Falcon. So stay tuned for that.